Fire departments all across the state stretched thin when it comes to volunteers. Now there is a new push to help.
News Channel 9's Victoria Kellogg takes a closer look at some new ideas being floated to make it easier to recruit and retain volunteers.
The gear sits ready in Homer's firehouse, but it takes more than these protective coats to keep volunteers coming back.
We need to do something and look at this idea of nominal compensation. How do we do something for our volunteers more than what we are now?
And to help, New York's Fire Association has laid out a list of 14 different ideas to ease the pressure on volunteers.
There's a potential for those to be consistently implemented across the state.
For a lot of volunteers, it's not about the alarm, it's about who's watching the kids. Vassany now pushing a child care tax credit so volunteers don't have to choose between the firehouse and their families.
30 years ago, I might not have said that was a good idea. It's different today. You know, we know that we have families where they're not just working 2 jobs, they're probably working 3 or 4 jobs.
As a kid, he was lucky because when his dad left to answer emergency calls, he stayed home with Mom. It
was easy for me to be at home with Mom. Mom didn't work if the fire whistle went off. Today, there's an impact there, and so the opportunity, the availability of childcare for our younger people in our communities who have children who really, that's one of the target audiences.
A lot of times, they get students coming out of high school or college who join, then lose them to provide for their families.
What is going to entice a new person in versus what's going to keep somebody who has been in the service for a while? We're a diverse state, and certainly we're a diverse fire service. When I look at the needs of the men and women that volunteer to serve their communities.
Next steps now are up to the state. In Homer, Victoria Kellogg, News Channel 9.
State leaders say more than half of New York's fire departments depend on their volunteers to keep operating and serving their communities.
Download the WSYR Plus app on your TV to stream News Channel 9 for free. Just go to your smart TV, search WSYR Plus in the App Store, and download to start streaming today.